With limited resources on the ground and a crime rate on the increase, South Africa's public and private law enforcement services have been seeking new ways to work smarter, not harder, as they collaborate to enhance the safety of all South Africans. That's why, more than 5 years ago, Vumacam began building surveillance technology into the nationwide fiber networks that already exist, providing law enforcement with eyes where they are needed the most. Today, we operate one of the country's largest camera networks, with more than 24,000 cameras spread out across the various cities of Gauteng. And in the Johannesburg Metro in particular, a footprint of close on 8,000 cameras is accessible by both the Johannesburg Metro Police Department and private security companies, giving law enforcement the ability to identify criminal activity as it occurs and to react to it swiftly.
The JMPD needed a partner that was able to swiftly and cost-effectively provide us with technologies that allow us to identify criminal activity as it takes place. This technology would allow us to efficiently dispatch the units closest to these incidents, track the movement of suspects throughout our jurisdiction, coordinate with private security where needed, and ultimately carry out successful arrests of lawbreakers. Once arrests have been successfully carried out, we needed the technology to once again provide the evidence to strengthen our prosecutions, ultimately resulting in successful convictions. Vumacam offers an unmatched rollout time at a cost-effective price point and coverage that surpasses all other available options. In the first 100 days of the system going live in 2023, our partnership with Vumacam allowed us to dispatch 1,342 vehicles, intercept 104 vehicles involved in suspected criminal acts, and impound a total of 39 vehicles, ultimately culminating in 58 arrests. Suspects detained were involved in everything from shootouts to vehicle thefts, armed robberies, murder, drug trafficking, fraud, scams, and confidence tricks. And in a number of these apprehensions, firearms were recovered. To say we're delighted with the first 100 days results is an understatement, and in the important role the system plays in our day-to-day law enforcement efforts is only growing.
If we add interventions that include private law enforcement to the mix, we are now seeing in the region of over 400 interceptions of all kinds across Gauteng monthly. Vumacam's value lies far beyond placing infrastructure and technology in the hands of public sector law enforcement. The coming together of the fiber infrastructure owned and operated by our partners with our camera and control room technology and the buy-in of both public sector and private sector security is what makes this work. We are building and delivering a public-private partnership in the truest sense. Collaboration not only makes the economics viable, but it increases arrests and convictions and makes us all safer. With the help of JMPD, private security can ensure that committing a crime has consequences, and with the help of private security, JMPD's reach is significantly increased. Together with the city, we're building a culture of law-abiding citizens. To this end, the technology helps us and our counterparts across the city to enforce the law on all forms of infringements, including bylaw violations and destructive behavior, such as illegal dumping and the defacing of both public and private property. Our partnership is also delivering major benefits in the field of disaster management, with the solution's artificial intelligence preemptively identifying incidents such as burning buildings and allowing emergency response teams to swiftly respond, while early detection allows for evacuations to take place.
What started as a way for law enforcement to address serious crime in the city has resulted in a solution that caters for the needs of so many public sector departments.
We really have built something special here. At a foundational level, we have a world-class metropolitan fiber network that's owned and operated by several like-minded organizations. Our cameras and infrastructure are capable of withstanding the challenges of load shedding. They communicate with the control centers of the various parties subscribing to Vumacam, where monitoring and coordination of on-the-ground response to incidents takes place. The advanced technologies in our partner control rooms allow operators to record, watermark, and timestamp incidents in a POPIA-compliant manner to collect evidence and support the ability to prosecute. When assigning them to a response unit, they can leverage geolocation to deploy the closest, best-equipped unit for speedy and efficient resolution. And with AI, our control room technology preemptively monitors all live footage for suspicious activity, alerting operators when needed, and automatically tracks and monitors vehicles and persons of interest. This is in turn underpinned by the best-in-class cloud infrastructure enabled by Microsoft Azure. This technology securely distributes our software stack to control rooms and ensures that footage is securely stored in resilient, disaster-proof vaults. Looking forward, there are two main priorities for VumaCam. The first is expansion of our densified network, so that the inroads made into crime prevention in the Johannesburg Metro can be made countrywide. The second, linked to this first priority, is to expand the use case for VumaCam. There are already several verticals within the private sector, such as insurers, making use of VumaCam's platform to bolster their own value propositions. And we see a multitude of other uses for the technology. Our solution is rapidly democratizing access to advanced features in the security sector and allowing us to remain true to our guiding light, namely making South Africa a safer place through the power of video and technology.